staking will not affect the use of the portal. And the reason that we've sort of we've gone this way is, as you all would know, the NFT market isn't what it was when we first sort of started. It's much different, and oversaturating is a huge factor in any NFT project. So the purpose of having the portal is to prevent oversaturating to the market, and it also allows for subsequent evolution of pad without actually causing too much of an issue due to oversaturation. So you can sort of think of the portal in layman's terms of having a coin. So you'll have your Gen 1 pad on one side and then the Gen 2 on the other side. You will go to the portal on the website. You'll put your Gen 1 in, and it will give you your new Gen 2 pad that will sit in your wallet. Another factor in this is that we're going to allow for a Shroomy as well. This was to give the community the option of unlocking both of them at once. So you'll have two different NFTs rather than just the one NFT which you would swap in and out. It's to give you the best of both worlds, and I guess satisfy like your traditional serum sort of style of evolution, and give that Gen 2 mint, or maintain just the one NFT with all the value sort of tied into Gen 1. It gives us lots of room for movement for future evolution of pad and where we go. In terms of so staking and stuff like that. So as I said, we haven't got the full specifics for it, but to generalize, the portal will give you an NFT which will come from the way station. So it's really playing a part in the lore that we started to build for pad. These two NFTs will forever be tied to one another. In terms of timeline for Gen 2, so we'll have the staking platform and an interactive website that's being built. We're thinking that it will probably be around 2 weeks. This again is to be confirmed by the devs that are creating it. We have the final strategy sort of session with them this week, so we'll be able to shed a little bit more light on that later in the week. The Shroomies will become available within a week following from the creation of the website and staking platform, and then Gen 2 to follow probably 3 weeks from the time of staking commencing. So I know that another factor we've been talking about as well, sorry, that's my dog just barking in the background if you can hear her, for no reason. So the cross-chain option that we've touched on. So if you can think about your traditionals, not your traditional, if you think about Magic Eden style, that's a cross-chain maneuverability that we're sort of thinking of going with. We want to always remain dynamic and adaptable in the market, and be able to continue to grow and move with it. And obviously capitalize in whatever you can. As always, that we've stated that we're here for the long term. This wasn't just a quick get rich scheme, make a quick buck sort of thing. We're here, so I know that it might have been seen as a potentially a negative thing with the time that's taken to do stuff, but it has been a strategic reason for it. If we had have done these things in the middle of the bear market, it wouldn't have, you would have seen happen to us what you saw. A lot of the bigger sort of projects happen to them. So we have strategically taken the time to build this out and make sure that we started this stuff, in a market that would be accepting and of what we're doing. So the next thing I think I'll touch on is the Halloween bash. So that is going to be from the 24th right through to the 31st. I did do a little announcement the other day for you outlining instructions on how to set up a crypto.com wallet from the app. I do believe that it is a lot easier to do it from, downloading the app rather than trying to do it on the website, which I think I tried to do it from the website a little while ago and went, oh, fuck, this is too hard. So I myself am going to go and do it from the app this week. And if anyone has any dramas, feel free to hit me up and I will walk you through it once I've done it myself on how to do it. The cost of creating these little D-mans, as Johnny's called them, is going to be $50, and you can utilize your credit card to pay for them as well through crypto.com. It's quite cool, obviously there's seven other projects that are doing it, and you do get to create your own NFT. So you pick and choose the traits that you want, and it will give you your own little personalized D-man. I also put in the announcement as well the FAQ section from the Psycho Kitties website, some answers to questions and things that you might have on how it work. Ouch. What was the next thing? So the Whoa Johnny drip drop redrop. Okay, so yes, it is well overdue. It was never something that we were not going to do. If you do recall at the time, what sort of happened with it, we just didn't want that to happen again. So we've allowed a little bit of time in between redoing it. However, it is going to be based off a new snapshot of holders, because as always, we want to continue to reward and look after our long-term holders in PAD. Which I guess, leads me on to honoraries. And these are I think some of the questions that were asked by Jungle Boogie. So yeah, he touched on wanting to know about the Whoa Johnny Drop, the honoraries. Don't feel like this is something that is neglected. I think we need to be mindful that Johnny is just one human, and he has been working straight from doing the Gen 1 stuff. He's jumped into Gen 2, and for anyone who's gone into any of his live drawing sessions, you would have seen just how meticulous and stuff he is with them, how much care he takes, and that's why it's taken a little bit of time, but the honoraries is definitely something that's on the cards. It is never not on the cards, and I envisage that it will he'll be able to commence doing those probably shortly after Gen 2. What was the next thing you want me to touch on? Organicky. So yeah, I guess I will stress as well to you all that our higher tier holders and special pads and things like, you don't need to stress. Like you will always be looked after, and I know that it's taken a little bit of time and stuff. We did have a lot of things that sort of happened not long after minting and stuff like that, but as always, we're here, we're working, and the things that were mentioned will definitely still happen. The combination factor, something spoken of. Okay, so the silver pads that you mentioned, Jungle Boogie, something like that. So yeah, we can definitely look at something that effect. Yeah, just need to remember that it is going to be a time-consuming thing, and it is going to potentially increase the supply. If we do it that way by adding silvers in, or if um, you do the swap with the golds or whatever you mentioned. Both of them have positive and negative uh, effects, long term for the project. So these are things that we need to be mindful of, but definitely open to having that discussion and working out what's going to be best for the project. Other answer. Yes, we all love you. Unfortunately, as much as we'd like to be able to give you an answer on that, I think it's only you that can do that. I'm just going back into the folder. Give me 2 seconds. Oh no, I think if I leave this channel, it might cut me off. What was the next thing? Commencement of staking platform. So they'll commence together the staking and the interactive website. It is very cool. A lot of work is going to go into it, and it's really going to play again on the law and things like that we started to build for PAD and the way station and the different sort of portals and things like that. With our gold pots. Okay, so in regards to that, as we've sort of mentioned on numerous occasions, due to legal implications and things like that, we couldn't, there can't be promises made of monetary gain and things like that, which is why, there wasn't a definitive wallet or anything that provided. However, all going well with Gen2, we'll look at providing a gift to the gold holders as a part of the Gen2 staking, I guess, process and rewards. And at that point, we'll outline a definitive wallet for you all. Okay, so Pad Royale. I'm going to switch over to, no, I haven't done this before, sharing in video screen. I'll show you the test server for it. So let me see how I do this. Shares. Oh, no control. Bear with me. Okay. So this is what the Pad Royale dashboard is going to look like. You'll see here it gives you a ranking of all the pads in the collection. You can set the times for the battles to be for as long as you'd like them. So you can run them for a day, you can run it for a week. And it'll give you from 1 through to 7,777. Where you ranked in the battle, and then on the right hand side you'll see the different kill feeds and stuff like that. I have been providing all the ones that you guys have been supplying for them. Some of them are really great. We've had a bit of a laugh with them, so good job. I think I have to click onto that. There we go. If you go over here, you can connect up your wallet. Obviously it'll bring up all the different NFTs in there. The kill feed, again, all through here. You have, as this is testing, so it's not going to show us everything. It'll give us a leaderboard as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I just thought I would share that with you all, and I think it'll probably be ready to rock and roll probably within the week. So yeah, I'll keep you all updated on that. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. All right, cool. Go away. All right, so the next thing that I was going to touch on was the Psycho Anon collab. So I know that we've been pitching to you guys that it was just a collab, but it is in fact a partnership. This was done purposely, whilst we hash out all the finer details. We've been extremely cautious of, who who we are going to do a partnership with. We've had, people in projects and in Web3 aren't always who they portray themselves to be. So, that's why there has been that caution there. But yeah, we've got a really great partnership there lined up, which will lead me on to welcoming up our guests to have a chat with you all and run through their project. So can I just do that? Did that give you the send you, Jen? I think you have to unmute yourself if you want to talk. Or do I have to unmute you? I don't think so. 2 seconds. Sorry, I was just checking the perms on the channel. Yeah, you do just have to hit the unmute button where your microphone is, and you should be able to speak. No. I don't know what push to talk means. I think, hold on, I'm going to ask. What EDR? Tell me. All right, 2 seconds. I can see your mic off for EDR. I can see Stoney's, but I can't hear it. So why is that?
Here, let me see if it works now.
Oh, there we go.
Shit.
Okay, cool. Hell. I'm going, oh my God. Of course, this would happen to me. Can't fix it. Can't.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, so.
Awesome, cool. Sorry, guys. I spilled water all over my computer just now trying to get the settings fixed. Cool. I'm super excited to be here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brady. Go by Stoner Degen in Web3. My last name's How to Shelt. I am doxxed on my personal Twitter page. I've had the pleasure of being part of the pad community for a while now. I do really enjoy the pad family and what you guys have built here. It's actually kind of serendipitous to be at this spot with you guys, and the partnership was very natural, and it just kind of came along on its own. It wasn't something that anyone had planned, and it just kind of turned into this really unique situation for all of us. I Just to give you guys a quick background, I come from the alternative wellness space, so I've been doing hemp and other like functional mushrooms. You might know us as the Mad Honey guys um, through Twitter because we give away Mad Honey. But I've been doing this for about 10 years. I started a distribution company in the hemp space, and then ended up losing my business during COVID, unfortunately, due to just massive shrinkage with no shops being open. It was very hard to sustain the business and all the overhead. We started this project about 9 months ago, and we've been working really hard in the background to make this all a reality. But as far as our relationship with Pad here, it's a very unique opportunity for everyone involved, including the holders. We are going to be doing a lot of fun stuff together. Spicy, am I clear to talk about all this? I imagine.
Yes, you are. Go right ahead.
All right, cool. We're going to be doing the Mad Honey. Currently, we've been selling the Mad Honey through the Nepal brand, and that's what we've been getting into distribution lately. But after speaking with the Pad team, we have decided to go ahead and brand that out together and bring that to market, and also allow you guys to have a discount on it as well as our holders to be able to access it at an affordable price. The honey, in case anyone doesn't know about it, it is from Nepal. We bring it over. There's a fulfillment center we work with that has it held there, and then we've been shipping it out internationally. Also, uh, just a quick rundown on the honey. It is psychedelic. It's a very unique substance that is completely legal across the world. We found it, me and my wife found it about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now, and just was blown away by the fact that this was available and no one had brought it to real market yet. It is available, online at certain places, as well as on our website currently, and it will be shortly on Pad's website as well. But it had never been brought into the actual marketplace where you could go into a retail storefront and just purchase this product mainstream. And that is what our goal is here. Is currently we're going to be working with specialty shop, which is head shops, vape shops, mom and pop stores, to bring this into distributors to sell to them direct, or possibly sell direct to them as well. Um, it's going to be a really fun, unique experience. It's going to give both projects a lot of exposure. The honey's already given us a lot of exposure, not only with the giveaways. We had a unique opportunity where a journalist happened to be looking into it about a month and a half ago. This bear ended up tripping on Mad Honey out in Turkey, and somehow ended up on the back of this dude's pickup truck, and it made international news, and it made headline news, and there's a video of it, and it was a really funny, unique scenario. A little unfortunate. He indulged a little too much, which can make you a little dehydrated, as most substances can. So they took him in, and took care of him, got him hydrated, made sure he was okay, and he's fine. The bear is fine. But it was a really funny video of him sitting there. He looked like a human, and that got us journalists finding us on Twitter Spaces, out of all places, right? And so it just shows you the real value of Web3 and what all of us are doing here and building together as communities, and work. There's really something magical. This team is really great. You guys have built an amazing community and project. The art is bar none the best art I've ever seen. I cannot compare this art to any other project because it's impossible. It is a very unique and sophisticated style. There's so much that goes into this, and that's why we're really excited to be able to have this on the branding. Um, I don't know what it's going to look like yet. We are figuring out how we're going to design these labels and all that fun stuff, and that'll be a really cool journey for everybody. But we're really excited to just be fully partnered. We're not only going to tackle products together, and more will come as it makes sense, but also just bringing these communities together in a real way to where we're all benefiting together. I don't think it's really done too often in Web3 yet in this kind of a light. Collaborations are cool and they're necessary at times, but collaborations come and go. Partnerships are a different story. This is, definitely something on the business side that makes us essentially, married to this product together. And it's something that we get to build with both communities, which will expand the exposure and allow us to, share pad with more people, share Psycho Anon with people. And then also, we just announced today that we're dropping the Mad Honey Bears collection of 3333. You guys all do have whitelist. It's set up through Wattbot, so you guys can go into our Discord at any time. We are going to have a schedule here where it's going to shut off. You need to claim your whitelist role, and then that way we know you're planning on minting. I will say this: I don't think it will happen, but if for some unknown reason it does, um, if everyone joins the whitelist, not everyone will get to mint this, and that's just unfortunate fact because it is a 3333 collection. The point of the bears for us was to build the exposure around the honey and also to give our community something while we were finishing building our Psycho Anon characters. We've been building for so long, and we've had some very, very loyal. We call them holders now, but they're supporters. They're part of the project. They have OG roles or whitelist roles, and everyone that was in our Discord up to I think like 96 all got OG for being such early supporters. And then they will get 2 free honey bears, and then they will be able to take those 2 free honey bears and get 1 free Psycho Knot. And everyone that does mint 2 honey bears will get a free Psycho Knot as well. So it's working coincidingly, and everything is there for you guys to look at in our Discord. I'm sure there'll be stuff in here. We're going to start posting pet stuff in our Discord as well. I'm very excited to just be a part of this, come up here and talk to you guys today. After watching from the sidelines in the stands to coming to this point, Spicy has been unbelievable to work with. This girl is so organized and has her shit together. It's unbelievable. She's gotten a lot done. She's been the liaison here for this whole project, this whole thing coming together, and it's much appreciated. Silver as well, big supporter. He's been in our Discord for a very long time. I really do appreciate you guys putting all this together and helping us, get to this point as a team. And the sky is the limit here. We're going to build all kinds of amazing things. Spicy, if you want to touch on a couple other products that we're talking about doing off the bat.
Yeah. Thank you for that. By the way, that was lovely of you to say. So also, I just wanted to see if you wanted to touch on what the benefit would be of having, the honey bears, or if there is a benefit, I believe there is, of having all three. So a Psycho Anon and the honey bears, like that. Yeah.
So basically, you guys can kind of think of it as like Legos, putting together Legos and making it taller and allowing you to see more. There will be certain benefits for holding all these different projects. I imagine even with the Gen2, we will find new opportunities. Some of the different things are going to just be like extra education, a little more, hands-on approach. Although we're going to be doing that as we get busier, there's just going to be so much going on. Also, different kinds of discounts. Currently, if you hold a pad, you do get a discount on the honey automatically. So that's a 15% discount. And we will have that set up here in the next day or two. Also, if you have a honey bear, you'll get an even bigger discount. And then once you have the Psycho Knots will open up a door to a lot of discounts as well. But there will be different benefits set up for having these different things, and they're going to be worthwhile benefits that we're working together on to create. And we don't have all of that solidified just yet, but Spicy has some really cool ideas, and I think we're going to be able to, make those happen and put them into action in the proper way. A lot of cool stuff, guys. The whole deal is I see this community as such a strong community that really supports each other day in and day out. Obviously, there's some like major supporters that are literally always in the spaces, always in the Discord. It's just really cool to see, and to be able to bring everybody together and do this as a unit is going to be really fun. It's just going to be a different experience I don't think anyone's really had in Web3 yet, because we have the ability to continue to just build off this forever. And that's where your value of this project and our projects, it makes it more than just the NFT side. Now there's a lot of moving parts. You guys have you have new ways to earn for a business as Pad, and we're going to be able to do a lot of cool stuff together. There's so many opportunities to get these into stores, and then as that happens, people are going to start asking questions. Also, there's a way to connect our Discord to the website, so we'll be able to bring people in that don't even know about NFTs to communicate in Discord, and that'll be fun to onboard people into Web3 and to let them see how strong these communities are for the brand, and it'll make the brand push further and harder and get it out there even more. So the cool thing about the Honey is it's global. Some of the other stuff that we're doing isn't as global, but definitely very cool opportunity for everyone.
Another thing that was really cool that you offer as well, which I think you should definitely touch on, is the brand ambassadors.
Oh yeah. So if you hold a Psycho Knot, you will be able to. The way we're working it is it's an access point, and you can get as involved as you'd like. You can simply keep it as a normal NFT project that we know as the norm in Web3, and keep it simple, stupid. You can access discounts. You can access a brand ambassador program, and what that brand ambassador program is going to do is allow you to learn from us direct on how to use your PFP to earn money, and not in a security fashion. So it doesn't affect any of the legalities that we all worry about in NFTs. So you'll be able to sign on as a brand ambassador, and then once you access that, there's going to be all kinds of rewards. There's going to be sales goals to hit. If you hit those goals, you'll get more rewards. Also, like a shared commission pool for brand ambassadors on top of your earned commissions. So there's really a ton of different opportunities there as well to just really build these projects and make it worth rocking your PFP, and even opening up back into your old social media accounts that you probably aren't even looking at anymore if you're anything like me for a while. But I realized I was leaving such an opportunity behind on stuff I've already built and spent so much time on, and there's monetary value there for everybody. And it's just as simple as posting your link up and showing the product, or holding a space and just talking about the education around the product. And then, oh, by the way, if you're interested, there's a link right here. We'll teach you how to do this in a way where you're not being a pushy salesperson, but you could take it as far as to having people over at your house and running it like a pampered chef party. I mean, it's really whatever you want to make of it. We don't like say you have to do anything, but if you want to do something, that's all the opportunities you have there with that. And it's really just it's endless. It just opens up the door for so many things that you probably weren't thinking of in the NFT space before. And yeah, it's a little bit of work, but it's not that much work. And it can be a bunch of work if you want to make it your thing. And of course, we encourage that, but we don't require it. It's just the opportunities there for those that want to get involved and really dig deep into this and try to make it financials in Web3 and kind of shift over to that. If nothing else, our hope is that you can make your NFT budget every month with our brand ambassador program. So you're not spending your hard-earned money from your real job on this. You're earning it through the NFT program, and you're able to participate that way and buy your NFTs and not feel like you're spending all your money.
Yeah, no, that it's really cool. When you explained that to me properly, I was like, wow, that's, yeah, it's really giving people an opportunity to actually, earn that passive income. And it's determined as, all sort of, I guess, sales sort of roles, if you want to look at it that way. You're going to get out just as much as you put in.
Absolutely. And you might not even know, you might have a knack for it. It can be a lot of fun. It gives you a reason to even talk to people in person. You can have business cards with your QR code on it and a link, so that they can just scan it and go straight to your site. Because if you're rocking like a cool shirt or a cool pair of sneakers or whatever it might be that's branded out, anything that Pad has, we'll be selling as well through that. So you'll have access to all of those different things through the brand ambassador program to earn with.
And before you mentioned about some of the other things that we're potentially looking at, so I've been speaking to a couple of, I guess, artists who do the full-on customized sneakers, so like your Air Force ones and that sort of thing, and creating, these sort of cool sneakers. There's some I don't know if you've seen them on Twitter and stuff, like they're just really cool. So definitely doing one in partnership with the Psycho Anon as well. It's on the cards. We were looking at all sorts of stuff, dab rigs, like the possibilities are endless, like because we are looking at taking it into the head shops and the the mom and pop stores and stuff like that you spoke about.
Yeah, and we do have a plan on this. There's a definite plan of attack to make this work. Once we get one product in and the brand's in there, it's easier to start putting more things into that same store or same distribution center. And the honey is an awesome way for us to enter into it because it's so unique and niche that they can't get it anywhere else. I don't know of anywhere that sells it yet. Our first distributor that picked up the Nepal branded honey doesn't even have it yet. They'll have it next week. So it hasn't gone into any stores yet, but it's getting ready to. And then obviously, as we switch that brand over to having our co-branded product with Pad, it's going to sell better because it's going to look, very marketable, very fun and vibrant, and it's going to show you what you're buying and why you're buying it. That's a big problem that I think partly why the brand has never gone. None of these brands have ever gone into the stores. Also, the other thing is they're not in the States, so they don't have the ability to really access this kind of an opportunity. And so we're working as a liaison with the honey company as well, to do this. So it's everybody gets to win. And the guys that started this Mad Honey journey years ago and started delivering this to people's door, they're really excited as well to just see this turn into something more than just what they're doing currently. It's the funnest product I've ever been a part of.
And guys, for most of you who may not know, if anyone knows this sort of stuff and getting logistics wise and getting how much experience have you had in this sort of field? Like you've been getting products into these sort of stores for so long.
About a decade now.
Yeah.
And I work, my day job is I'm a wholesale director for a kratom company called VivaZen, and they'll be in our discount program as well. But I run all the B2B online program for them, and I also work with about 20 distributors across the country, and I manage a lot up there. But it's all I've been doing for so long that for me it's just plugging in the dots and getting things going and building the brand and making it fun. And honestly, the biggest part of this that makes it so successful so quick is that we have all of you to help drive this brand together. And without you guys, this wouldn't even be happening or being discussed. So it's really, I got asked today, I was on the Shark Tank thing for Web3, and they said, well, why Web3? This is Web2. And I said, because you can't build a brand like you used to, without either a serious amount of funds or a lot of sales reps. And it takes probably 30 to 40 sales reps to accomplish what we're going to try to accomplish. But because we have everyone in the community that's able to post about this, it's going to get brand recognition very quickly. And with that happening, it's going to give us easier entry point into the market. And that's a really key driving factor here. And it's going to take, multiple communities to do this, which is why we're all working together. And that's why like Gen2 is going to bring in new people. Also, the Honey Bears are going to bring in new people. When we met Psycho Anon, it'll bring in new people. We're still, we didn't have a mint date set yet. So, obviously our hype is lower because, people don't want to sit around and wait, and Web3 moves very fast. But there are a lot of eyes on us. Also on the business world side, they are watching in the alt wellness space, and they're looking to see if we can make this happen. And then once we make it happen, they're going to come in and, try to do, unique things as well in Web3. And that'll be really cool to be able to, be kind of the show and tell for this proof of concept for everybody, and allow us as two different communities to be like the kind of the spear of the tip, or the tip of the spear. I'm sorry. But yeah, it really is like that. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's just right timing, right people. Just meeting you guys and getting to be a part of all this is so important, that it happened when it did, because it really it speeds up our process on getting the honey out as well, because now we have Pad supporting us to actually get this done in a timely manner and do it a little bit bigger than we would have done it on our own. So that's really all with the honey and stuff. As far as the merch and stuff, just get ready. Your minds are going to be blown. They have shown me examples. It's unbelievable. I'm a huge sneaker guy myself. I cannot wait to get a pair of these and get them out to market, because there's just nothing like this on a shoe yet. And I'm sure Johnny's not even done, because knowing Johnny, he's probably still coming up with ideas.
Sorry, I just had to switch over and look at the your roadmap quickly to make sure that I wasn't going to, drop anything that I shouldn't.
Oh, for sure.
It was already there. So the animations and stuff like that.
Yeah. So after we mint out Psycho Not Anonymous, our goal is to start building our cartoon, and that is going to include Pad as well. Basically, there will be a multitude of characters in there to drive that. Our art team actually has experience doing these things. They've done animation for big business. They've done a lot of commercial art. So it's a different side of the coin than Johnny's on certain things, and then similar as well. But it takes a full art team to do an animation project, and we also wouldn't really want to go about putting that on our roadmap if we didn't have a way to present it. And luckily, with our art team, it gets us a foot in the door to talk to some of these major networks and show them the project and show them what we built. And the product, again, is going to be a big driving factor there, because it's brand awareness. It's showing the lifestyle brand, and then the cartoon's just going to be off the wall fun to do. It's a lifelong dream of mine to have a cartoon and to do something on TV. And this is again, it's harder to do alone. Doing this with Pad is going to make it easier and simplify some of these things that normally would just take longer. So I can't give definitive dates on any of this, because God knows what'll come up as we build it. But as far as like the game plan there, our plan is to build like a short, and then start with the short, and then build out a couple episodes, and then pitch the short first, then start pitching the episodes, and see if we can't get this on like something like Netflix or Hulu, to where it's on the international stage and everyone can access it.
I'm really excited. I reckon they're going to be, quite funny.
It's gonna be it's gonna be silly. It's gonna be, and
The
it's
way,
gonna be adult,
yeah,
and that's what's fun about it. Adult humor, psychonaut humor,
just being
just
wrong.
yeah, and then a little education thrown in there in a unique way where it's not feeling like you're sitting there listening to me talk about these different products all the time. We really want to be able to drive the education factor further, and then again through the cartoon, indirectly promote our products and our brand.
And I guess that's the, the benefit of having like an animation and a cartoon and stuff. Like you're able to do things with that you wouldn't be able to do if you presented yourself just as you are. You know what I mean? You can get away with a lot more, and you can be a lot more cheeky and things like that. People are far more accepting of it.
Absolutely. It's gonna allow us to open up an endless door of possibilities and really take this psychonaut idea to a whole nother level that, like, whoa Johnny, the art that you guys did, the short animation, like that alone was a huge like impact on your project, and how so many people saw it and wanted to know more about it. That's the same thing a cartoon's going to do with the products and the brands and the NFT projects.
Yeah, no, that still gets shared around, and when I go into different not AMAs, different spaces and stuff like that, people they still bring it up, and they it is such a rememberable thing. Like it's very cool, and even with Gen2 Drop, it was something that doing a follow on from the first one. That led into the whole, portal and way station and stuff that it is on the cards. And yeah,
It made me want a pad from the moment I saw it. Honestly, like I was like, this is the coolest project I've ever seen in my life. Like that video blew my mind when he went into the briefcase and like disappears and the trunk shuts. It's just like, that's so clever and different than anything I've ever seen. And honestly, that was when I knew that cartoons were going to be possible to do, and that really gave me a lot of confidence in adding that to the roadmap, even before I was able to work with you guys. You guys were a huge inspiration to our project, and obviously, like the name, um, Psychonauts. That is something that really hit home with us, and yeah, it was kind of a no brainer to run with that, and it's really cool that we're all able to get together and do this stuff. I think I do want to introduce Savage down here as well, if that's okay, Spicy.
yes,
He's the partner in Psycho Anon. He does all the Discord work with Utter a lot of times. You guys are very familiar with Utter here. He also is our finance, and he comes up with tons of great ideas as well. We're 50-50 partners, and he is my best friend. So it was the first time we were able to do something together and actually build a business. And I'd like to let him speak on all this if you'd like, Savage.
I think I have unmuted, or I don't know.
Is it working for you, Savage?
We've all seen I have technical difficulties.
Hmm.
I think he got scared. Oh no, he's still there. He dropped off. Ah.
I still see him, but oh, it's muted again. That's all right. He'll come up in a minute when he has time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the kind words and introduction. I really, I take this to heart. Every moment that we have for free time, we're spending on this project outside of our family and our work, and even in between working during the day. We really believe in this, and we get little sleep sometimes because we're building this, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But something really cool is happening here with all of us, and working together is really going to change a lot of ways people look at these NFTs and how they go forward with these collaborations, I think. And we're kind of setting a standard here that a lot of people just haven't done yet.
Yeah, and like you said, it was an extremely, natural, the way the partnership came up. It just started from a simple conversation, and it grew from there. And getting the opportunity to just speak with you directly and find out who you are as a person, what you were building, and things like that. The more we realized how much of a good fit this was going to be. Like, there's so many factors that just marry up really well, and your visions and your goals and things like that are so in line with what we have always planned and envisaged for PAD. The long term for PAD.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that, there's a place for me to add value, and there's a place you guys are adding value, and it's a fit. I mean, it really is a unique opportunity. And, you just don't see this very often in business, where two companies can come together like this and really just start hammering stuff out. And I really attest it all to the NFT market and the art, and the fact that the community drives these projects and allows people to see all this. It just wouldn't happen any other way. I mean, I've got these. We have 200,000 Delta 8 2-gram blunts being made here shortly. The labels are getting made up here in the next week. So that, again, that wouldn't happen without our art. I've known this guy for 8 years and sold his products and made him a good amount of money. It's a company called Hempzilla, and they approached me and they said, "Hey, this is it, dude. I want to do this with you." And so I mean, there's something here, and it's kind of getting to be more evident that we're just really early, and this is where brands are headed. And I think you're going to see a lot of branding in the future go a little more, fun, cartoony, vibrant, and I hope that we're a big driving factor in why that changes in the market. And I just think we're going to kind of beat everyone to it.
Couldn't agree more. Savage, did you get yourself sorted? Did you want to say a quick hello, or still can't hear you?
Hey, Savage.
No.
Can everybody hear me? Hello? Hello?
Oh, there you go. Hello.
Oh, awesome. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Trying to get them. I built the Discord, so it's weird. I still have trouble with the voice chat side of Discord, but I'm still a novice on the voice chat. But hello, how's everybody doing tonight? So excited to be here. How's Spicy? How are you doing this evening?
Well, it's middle of the day for me, but I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, so just. Oh, no, please go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's all sunshine where I am.
Yeah, evening here in Midwest, but just so excited for all this, and just so excited to bring the brand ambassador program and just everything that's been discussed here. Just glad that it's finally to a point that it is, and we're just more to the point of rolling it out, and just so excited to just show even some of our ideas for running sales on our site, even on a month. We had discussed what's the best way to even bring further recognition to our brand ambassadors. So as opposed to like variable coupons or running like flash sales on the site, we would just boost the sales that are offered through our brand ambassadors affiliate codes, driving more people to them, like able to boost more of their recognition in social media, and kind of boost their earning potential as well through those sales. So we're just trying to loop back to giving back at every opportunity, even as we sustain growth and scale for the future. So just so excited to be here, and just thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Really appreciate you. You both taking the time to come here and let the PAD fam know all about what Psycho Anon's doing, what benefits this partnership is going to bring for everyone involved. So yeah, just a lot of exciting things. So with that sort of being said, and looking at the time, I probably am going to wrap this up. If anyone had any questions, please go and type them into the text channel, and I'll get them answered all for you. But yeah, a lot of exciting things, and I thank you all for taking the time to come here and listen in on it and share it with us.
Yeah, and also I do want to add, so you will for sure. Everyone has a whitelist for Psycho Anon and for the honey bears. If in the rare case not everyone can get a honey bear, I do apologize. There's just really no way around that one. But the guarantee is you will be able to for sure mint a Psycho. If you want a honey bear, just get there early. We will have it all written out in our Discord. We'll also have it in Pad's Discord so that you can do that. But that's going to be a really fun project, and it's also a cheaper entry point for you to get a Psycho Anon, because it's going to give you that free Psycho if you have two of them, and that's why we created that, was to allow everyone to be able to join with the core group and be a part of that. Not everyone's going to want to be, but if you do, that's your option there. And then also, like with IP and stuff, we're not giving IP for minting. Similar to Pad, if you do decide that, hey, I want to make a business out of this, there will be an application section, and we will be looking at that and discussing with you. And then if it's a fit, which I mean, it would have to be pretty outrageous to not fit, but it's just a way to protect the brand and make sure people aren't doing really dumb stuff with it, or mischievous things from people just buying them and using them that way. But yeah, that'll still be an option, just through the proper channels and IP licensing. And if it's something that's a good idea and we like it, we can definitely help with it. We can also partner on it to help you do that as well. And there will be like a small royalty, and that'll be just a variable depending on each situation. Obviously, like small businesses, we're not going to take a bunch of money from you so that you suffer your business. That's not the goal. But we are running, a business here. We are driving, product. We think that, there's a lot of opportunity for everyone. We just want to do everything correctly from the beginning, so that we're not backpedaling later and trying to figure out how to control something that we've lost control of. So I did just want to clarify all that. Again, though, like this is awesome. This is something that I still can't fully wrap my head around yet, that we're at this point. But it's a pleasure to be with you guys, and you guys have been so welcoming to me since whenever I bought my first pad. And I lost a lot of pads, and some of you guys dropped me a pad, and that was like the nicest thing possible. And that's super appreciated, but not necessary. And I did buy some more. But yeah, I'm a pad for life. Like, this is more than just a partnership for me. I'm part of the pad community as an individual, and it's something really important. And Savage also has pads. We spent like weeks just staring at these and wishing we could afford one at the time, and we were putting all our money into our project, and it was really hard to get them. And when everyone had the floor drop, when ETH hit, when it hits low, we jumped in when we could afford it, and that was an awesome opportunity for us, and I'm sure other people too, just to get in. But I see this project on the pad side going places, very big places. And I think Gen 2 is going to be just the coolest thing ever. That art is so deep and complex. People are going to really want that. And once they find out what we're doing, they're really going to want to be a part of it. And the only way to be a part of it is to own these projects and really, work together and build something great. So thank you guys again. It really is a pleasure. And Spicy and Silver, you guys, it's just amazing what you guys have helped me do and build me up, and you didn't have to. And it's awesome. It's just the greatest feeling in the world. There's nothing but love here.
Likewise, and that's what this is all about. It's building in the Web3 and building as people, and the future is bright. We're all really, really excited. So yeah, thank you for being here, and I'll wrap it up from there. Bye, guys.